Over 90% of creators on YouTube fail to make any money on the platform, and it's not because they're not working hard. They're working just as hard as you or me. It's because they're following the wrong playbook. If you're somebody who's chasing views and subscribers and looking for the next viral video, I want to share a mindset switch in this video that is going to change the game completely for you. I want to also share in this video why most creators stay broke and how you can avoid it and actually grow a channel that makes you big money. Now, I've grown multiple channels on YouTube, including this one right here, which has over 200,000 subscribers and is all geared around generating views and viral mountain bike videos. I've also got these videos here, which have far less subscribers, but have actually earned me a ton of money with hardly any views on the videos. And that is what I want to break down in this video, because there's two different types of creators on YouTube. Before I get to those two creator types, let's just talk about the broke creator trap. When you start as a creator on YouTube, you look at all the big players in the space like Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, any other creator who has millions of subscribers, and every single video they post out seems to just get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. And you think, well, if I just model them, maybe I can do the same. This is a trap because it is copying what big creators are doing without even understanding what their business model is. So take Mr. Beast, for example. He has hundreds of millions of subscribers now, I think. Every single video he puts out just goes instantly bonkers with, again, hundreds of millions of views. Without actually understanding what they're doing to monetize this, it's hard for us to copy it as small creators. Now, I can tell you now, Mr. Beast is making most of his income from AdSense on YouTube, which is where YouTube pays the creator a certain percentage of the ads that are generated or shown on a video, and it's split 55%, 45% with YouTube and the creator, which just sounds great, but you're still only earning pennies on the dollar. Sometimes my videos on Wolfpack Adventures, the dollar amount per 1,000 views is between $1 per 1,000 views and up to like $5 to $10. I'm only earning good money if those videos go viral and get millions of views, because the channel is only geared for AdSense growth. That's the business model of that channel. A lot of people start out with just that focus in mind. They want to get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, so they can apply for that partner program and start earning AdSense on their videos. They actually forget about all the other methods they can use to avoid this burnout trap. And the problem with relying only on AdSense and having viral videos is you are on this treadmill, this hamster wheel, trying to get views, whereas there is a much easier way to make money from a YouTube channel. So what wealthy creators do differently to creators who are just there to maximize views like Mr. Beast, they use their channel to not only entertain, but educate and solve problems for their viewers. There is a bigger picture business model behind just the content you're seeing on YouTube. The content on YouTube of a wealthy creator who is using YouTube as a vehicle to fuel their business has a much different strategy than just relying on making AdSense. So if you're solving problems on your channel and you're answering questions that people have in a very specific niche for a specific person, I can almost guarantee that these creators will have less views and less subscribers, and they will have on the back of their business offers, courses, programs, products, everything. And that is where their business model's money is made. So again, instead of creating and focusing all your time on creating clickbait thumbnails, which I understand everyone has to do because we've got to grab attention somehow, anyone who is making entertainment content has to really grab someone's attention, and they do that by creating over-the-top clickbait thumbnails. We don't have to do that as educators on YouTube. We can have fairly simple thumbnails like this one you're watching right now. It grabbed your attention because you've watched this far, but it wasn't over-the-top clickbait. It was legit bait, and it basically told you exactly what I was going to cover in the video. Maybe there was some curiosity that was picked in there. It was intriguing, but not too over the top. That's the sort of thing I'm focused on. By doing that versus creating clickbait thumbnails and clickbait videos, it builds trust with our viewers. And from there, we can do what wealthy creators do, which is take people off YouTube to a place like an email list. If you haven't got an email list, I would recommend you start one right now. And I wish I'd done this many years ago. I started growing my email list maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, properly focusing on growing it. And I wish I'd done this as soon as I started on YouTube, because the thing about all these social media platforms and YouTube is that they own the data. We're essentially just renting space on the platform. So if for any reason, or no reason whatsoever, that they want to kick you off the platform, they can do that. You know, if you follow their guidelines, it's not going to happen, but it can happen. And another thing is you don't own all the customer data. So I can't get customers' email addresses or anything like that. That's all YouTube's property. But what we can do is we can send people from YouTube to something simple like a simple page with an offer on, like a lead magnet, and we can start collecting people's email addresses, which is that we own that data then. So we can start building a relationship with people on our own email list, and this is a business asset that we own. And this is super valuable because nobody can take that away from you, and you can continue marketing and communicating with these people way longer than just watching one of the YouTube videos you have on your channel. So this is great for building a long-term foundation and trust with your audience, and it's also going to educate people into buying your products and services down the line, which is then obviously going to lead to a more profitable business for yourself. I think the key I'm trying to point out is don't focus on being famous on YouTube, focus on being profitable. So part 3 of this is the new creator model, and this is where we can flip any channel into a simple monetizable income engine. So how do we do this? First of all, we need to identify a monetizable skill or problem that you can solve. This is really simple to do, but people will watch this video and think, well, I don't have a skill that I can monetize, I'm not very clever at anything, I'm not an expert in something, whatever. But I would argue that every single person has a monetizable skill already. You just need to identify what it is. There's a couple of key things you can do to identify this. Look at what people come to you for advice on. I've said this in other videos as well. You'll get a common pattern when people come to you and ask for you for certain advice on. You'll be the go-to person for something for people that are close in your circle. I can almost guarantee that. You can also look at what skills you have already trained in and what you're actually passionate about. So for me, I absolutely love mountain biking, I love building online businesses, I love video editing, I love cameras. These are all skills and expertise that I have knowledge in that I could, if I wanted to, build a YouTube channel around and then offer a product or service off the back of. Once you've identified a skill that you have, then what we want to do is look at that skill and try and pick a problem that many people in that market are looking to solve. Now, it doesn't have to be a massive market. It has to be something that is something that people want solved. And it doesn't have to be over the top confusing, and this is where most people fuck up. They think they have to solve every single difficult problem on earth. Most people watching your videos and learning from you are beginners, right? So if you're watching this, there's more than likely a high chance you are a beginner on YouTube or you're looking to monetize your skill, which would, to me, suggest you are a beginner on the platform. You may not be, you may be a little bit more advanced. Most people who are going to be watching this are beginners, and most people watching your videos learning from you are also going to be beginners. You need to help them solve a beginner-led problem, and this could be something really simple. If you can help somebody get a quick win with an offer or a product and take them from like step 0 to step 1, or step 1, step 2, that's going to give people so much trust in you and the fact that you know what you're talking about. And people will happily pay for this, which brings me into kind of my next point of this. You want to use YouTube as a way to build trust and educate people that you know what you're talking about, and then you can take them off YouTube, you can build a further relationship with them, and then start subtly offering whatever it is that you want to offer. You could drive traffic to a simple one-page landing page. You don't need a fancy website or anything like that. It can just be a one-page website with a nice benefit-driven headline at the top, maybe a picture of the products or a video of you explaining what the product is. That's what I've done in the past on some of my products. And then just a short sales page underneath, which basically explains the key benefits that your program will deliver when somebody joins it or buys it. All your goal is then is to educate people on YouTube and send them to your email list, and just this cycle just keeps going. So you've built yourself a funnel. And this is a way of selling without needing to go viral. Now, you will get videos in the future that will grow and will go viral. But you don't need hundreds of thousands of views for this to turn into a profitable, consistent income stream. This is the actual beauty of YouTube. Consistency is key on YouTube, no matter what anyone says. If you show up every single day for a year and post 52 videos for the year, that's 52 high value videos. Now, not every single one of them is going to be a hit. There's only going to be like maybe 20% of those videos that go viral for your channel and are more interesting to some people than others. But what that will actually do is, when those videos do start to blow up, people will start going back through your back catalogue of other videos, and it creates this binge effect where people literally come back and watch video after video after video and start consuming more of your content, which then positions you as even more of an expert, and people just want to learn even more from you, which then leads to a higher likeliness of them buying from you and your business growing. And this system just keeps growing and growing like a flywheel, actually. And then all your goal is to do is fill the top of this funnel. So if you're looking at this as a funnel, the top of the funnel is where you put your YouTube videos in. So all you then need to focus on is getting good at copywriting, how to write good scripts that really do hook the viewers in, educate them, provide a ton of value, and then obviously that funnel process is going to narrow down to the bottom where people will join your email list, communicate with them further, and then they will buy your product or service. The truth is, most people do have a skill that people literally are sat there waiting to give you money for. You just haven't packaged it up correctly yet. So I hope this video has been valuable to you. YouTube is going to recommend some videos up here next, which I recommend you check out because it's super clever and it thinks you'll like them. And then I'll also leave some useful links in the description below where you can grab a free mini course of how to put a funnel like this together.